Okay. Hey, everybody. Welcome to the live stream for the Bladesmyth launch. We're super excited to talk about our new campaign for Bladesmyth Volume 1. I have the creators here as guests. I'll go ahead and add some people to the stage to join me. We'll start with Carl. Welcome. Carl, our publisher. Thanks.
This new setup right here. It's my living room.
Right. It looks great. Oh, yeah, you're in a different background and everything. Yeah, I just realized that.
Yeah,
Nice.
in fact, I'm testing out this iPad because I'm leaving the NSE this week. And so I have I think a 2 a.m. interview with the guys at Chonko Comics this Saturday. I'll be talking about Bladesmyth a lot,
Awesome.
as well as some of the previews coming up for San Diego Comic-Con. So I'm testing the setup. So let me know if you guys like it or if I need to make some adjustments. And hopefully it works when I'm over there at NSE.
It looks great. It looks like you have one of those things where the iPad adjusts itself because it's kind of like, I've noticed that a lot in meetings lately. People have their cameras moving in and out.
I don't know.
Let me go ahead and.
I bought a camera, but it's defaulting to the side camera, so I have to figure it out.
Oh, I see. Oh, yeah, you have an extra camera. Great. Well, let's bring the creators on without further ado, and then we'll start to talk about Bladesmyth. So first, this is Kreese. Kreese, co-creator and artist. Go ahead and say hi.
Hi, my name's Kreese. I'm the artist for Bladesmyth. And I've worked on Marvel, DC, all the stuff, and now 24/7 comics with Bladesmyth, and we're excited to be live again.
That was great. All right, and next we'll bring on Justin, one of the writers.
So, hi.
Welcome, Justin.
Hi,
and Kat.
I'm Justin. This is Picky. He's being moved. I'm one of the co-creators, one of the co-writers of this comic. Excited to be here and talk to everybody about the latest and greatest. Right, baby? No.
And here's Linji, the other writer.
Hey, guys. Sorry, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. I can't hear anyone else, so I think I'm gonna jump back on because I can't. Everyone's mouth is moving, but I can't hear anybody. So, but my name's Linji. Sorry, hi guys. I'm one of the co-writers with the team. But let me jump right back on as the other rest of the team and everyone comes on.
All right. Meanwhile, I'm going to bring our colorist on, Will. Welcome, Will.
Hey everyone. Will Quintana here. How you guys doing?
Thanks for joining us. That's funny. We could hear Linji just fine. So hopefully when he returns, we'll have that sorted out. Meanwhile, I have a slideshow I can share to talk a little about the campaign. But first, I'd like to share the page because we are live and we're already rocking. So let me go ahead and share that screen. Here it is. We already have somebody who immediately snatched up one of the original art commissions from Kreese. Kreese. I've been pronouncing it Kreese, like breeze, but it's Kreese, like Chris.
Yeah,
but
it's like Chris. Yeah,
which makes more sense actually.
I always thought it read like. That's what I always thought it read like.
Well, like what?
Like you're supposed to say.
It's like muting you. It's too high pitched.
You're supposed to say it with a high pitch.
Yeah.
That's how I always heard it as, but I don't know. Maybe that's just me.
All pronunciations are welcome.
Let me just make sure I don't, because the way that launched here. Wait, no, okay, all right. No Linji yet. No Linji. Oh, Linji enter. Okay, here we go. I'm gonna add him. Let's hope we can hear him.
Yes. Okay.
Can you hear us now?
Yes.
Okay, good.
Safari is
all right. As you see, Linji, we're just sharing the page. We've already got backers coming in. We 6 backers, and we're very excited. As I said, one of Kreese's original art commissions gave us a really great start. They jumped in right away. So
yeah,
this is it. We have our day 1 specials going on right now. Take advantage of those. Don't miss out. Let me go ahead and I will start sharing our slideshow, and then we can check back in and see how things are going in a little bit. All right.
I really like the video, by the way, guys. You guys did. I kind of like that casual, kind of like, hey, what we're about. I think it makes it it just works for Kickstarter.
Yeah, the campaign trailer is edited from a conversation we had on Zoom, which is a different approach than we've done in the past, where the creators just talking to the camera and say, you know, this is my thing. I thought it turned out great. Yeah, Mickey Finnegan was the editor, and he took that and cut it into something really nice.
Thank you, Mickey.
Thank you,
Mickey. All right, I'm going to go ahead and share screens again, and this time it's going to be the presentation. This presentation was put together by Jane, our graphics designer. She did a wonderful, wonderful job. And this is, we'll start out to introduce the creators, and then we can get into talking about the rewards that we have available for this campaign, and talking a little more about the series and about what's in Volume 1. All right, let me just make sure I can see everything. All right, here we go. Happy launch day, says Jane, by the way. Let's see. I think I can... Carl, remind me how I can display a comment. Oh, here we go. Got it.
There you go.
There we go.
Thanks, Jane. You rock.
Thank you, Jane. Thank you so much for the for the launch deck. Hey, there we go.
I love how this whole like Bladesmyth with the hair going through the logo.
Yeah, it's really cool. Yeah, and so Jane added the lettering, so she's the one that twirled the hair through the letters. And was that what you pictured though when you drew it, Chris? Was that what you were intending?
Yeah. Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah. No, Jane did a great job. I was just thinking like just behind it and stuff, but I like that it's coming like through the front and all around the letters and stuff like that. So,
and this is a gorgeous image that Chris, you created specifically for this campaign, and it is not on there yet, but it is top secret intel. This is something we've been talking about adding for an add-on as a print in of itself to make it available, because it's so nice. So that's something that we're planning to offer in the campaign. If you like it, keep an eye, because we're going to make it available. All right. So, whoops, let's get into it. Okay, Chris, the artist, co-creator, go ahead and tell us a little about yourself.
I'm a New York-based artist. Been professionally drawing now. It's now 11 years into this profession, and worked on, I think, all the major comic companies somehow, either doing covers or interiors. And yeah,
we've got some here: Moonlight, Tiger Division, and Lethal Protectors.
Mm-hmm.
Very good. And how long have you guys, because this is the second campaign for Bladesmyth. This is collecting the first 3 issues. The first campaign was for single issues. How long would you say it's been on Bladesmyth? Do you have a guess, Chris, at this point?
Oh, we started pandemic.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I remember there was a lot going on, and I actually had some health issues too, and I remember I had to take a pretty long break from doing it, and then Marvel hit me up, and then this team was very supportive of me kind of putting our project on pause so I can get that Marvel experience. And I think in the end, it just kind of paid off, because it gave me so much more practice in the art form.
The more you draw.
Yeah. And then,
all righty.
In fact, one thing I always say is with Chris, I met him, I think, New York Comic Con 2017. I don't think you even had your first published work yet. Maybe your first Batman thing or something. I don't remember.
It was like barely. I think it was Batman and the Max, right?
Yeah, I remember. Yeah, the Batman Max. That was the first thing I remember. Yeah. And you were literally the first artist I spoke to in New York Comic Con, and we connected, and then always had you in the back of mind. But yeah, I thought one of the things when I talk to folks about Bladesmyth, like I just came back from Heroes Con. There's guys that have like been following you since Bladesmyth 1, and they were saying how they've been watching you evolve. And I feel like this is like a really cool, like artistic, like I don't know, like a timetable as to like how you evolve as your style has grown. So I think it's gonna be super cool as people watch the 6 issues play out.
Yeah,
absolutely. Welcome, California Comics. Thanks so much for joining us. And thanks for the kind words. We'll keep talking. We'll keep with the introductions, and then we'll get into it. All right. So, Justin, go ahead and tell us a little about yourself, and if you would, about the genesis of the project, because this started with you.
Yeah. Well, firstly, this profile photo is so corny. A couple years ago, I thought it was cool. Now I look at it, I'm like, that's just corny, man. It's not okay. But anyway, my name is Justin. I'm co-creator, co-writer. I'm a traditional. Now I got to say traditional film and TV writer and producer. Work in films and TV shows. But how I came into this was Bladesmyth was a feature script that I had written a spec about the premise, and I originally had Sylvester Stallone's company attached to it, and it was going nowhere, sadly. And so I thought, much as Hollywood goes, there's no way to rescue this kind of premise, even though I thought it was so cool. But then Linji came like the phoenix and rose it out the ashes. Then Carl came like Jesus and resurrected.
Wow.
Yeah. Comic Jesus.
It is a mythic origin.
Yeah. And Kreese came like the Saint Mary, right, and resurrected with his drawings, and Will too. Because otherwise, as you know, in film and TV, things die often a lot. Like some of the shows that I got credited on is seen, but like, what about all the projects that you've gotten paid for, you've done, but we'll never see the light of day? But I'm glad that this one got a second resurrection.
Yeah, absolutely. It's alive and well. Thank you so much for joining us. Comson O, welcome.
I just hung up him all at Heroes Con.
Oh, yeah. Oh, okay. Very cool. And we have a question here as well. I'm not sure if you guys can answer this. Are 3D printer files in the roadmap for the characters? Stan, I'm not sure if he's asking if that's part of what we're offering in the rewards.
Is that something? No, it's not on the roadmap, Stan. But it's a great idea. I mean, if you want to email us at letters@247comics.com, we would love to hear any thoughts into it and any education. We literally just opened a letters account, guys. It's letters@247comics.com. So write us if you have any ideas or thoughts. It's not on the roadmap, and I don't know much about like how 3D printer files work. So we'd love any education or samples. Stan, if you have examples of how others are doing it, we'd be more than happy to provide those for collectors.
So yeah, basically we're talking about, I'm just catching on. These files would then allow them to create their own figurines, their own action figures, whatever, the character. That's very cool. And that's a different way to do it, but I like it. Yeah, you know. That's really cool. All right, let's keep talking. So as he said, as Justin said, it was Linji who brought him on board and transformed it from what was a film and TV project into a comic book. Linji, welcome.
Hi. Hey guys. Linji. Yeah, like Justin
I hope
said,
you still like this picture, Linji, because I love it.
Thanks, man. I'm always camera shy, so it's like the weirder the better for me. How it all kind of like Carl and I go way back from different kind of lives of entertainment and always cross paths, but we never did any work together. I think we just always knew each other cordially as friends and always supported each other from afar. And then, like Kreese said, in the pandemic, we reconnected, and as we were just kind of catching up, one of the things he was telling me about was the creation of 24/7, and I thought it was such a beautiful kind of endeavor. And from all that, one of the things he was looking for was original IPs. And it just so happened, I think, this is some of the things that people like Carl, myself, and all of us in the creative sphere is when the muse speaks, we listen. And that I remember it was just the right timing. I had just met Justin, read something of his that was a very personal project and writing of his, and I remember asking specifically for the one that he feels that was the strongest before it was revised and worked on as it was with different partners
through development.
And when I read it, I just saw kind of this heartbeat of like what I grew up watching, which was like this lovely kind of 90s early 2000s kind of gung fu action sequence of a story and a revenge story that I felt like a lot of kind of American kind of Western lens would probably not understand if you didn't grow up in a very specific kind of genre of entertainment and just kind of animation and stuff like that. So when I read it, I always thought it read like a comic and an animation kind of beat, and brought it up to Justin like, hey, I don't know what's going to happen, but if it doesn't happen in the film and TV, maybe you should open it up to other mediums. It was way early on, even before connecting with Carl. And then when Carl and all of this kind of happened, I passed it along to him. I said, take a read. And he immediately, within 24 hours, he was like, no, you're right. Let's get on this. So that's kind of how the origin of all of that came through.
That's great.
Yeah.
All right. And we have one more guest to introduce, Will, the colorist, who's joining us for our second campaign in a row. He's the colorist for Zero Ghosts as well. Will, go ahead. Let us know a little about yourself.
Hey, I'm Will Quintana. I'm colorist on Bladesmyth as well as Zero Ghosts, as Francis mentioned. Been in this industry for a minute, and so I've worked on stuff from Shadow Man, if anyone remembers Shadow Man from the Valiant comics days.
Yeah.
That was like one of my first gigs coloring. And from there, excuse me, I went on to work for CrossGen Comics and for Marvel. I've done Guardians of the Galaxy. I've done some work on X-Men Forever with Chris Claremont, some stuff from World War Hulk. For DC, I've done Action Comics. I've done Green Lantern, New Guardians. I've done Wonder Woman, Superman. Most recently, I did an Elseworlds version of Batman Beyond with Static. So yeah, that's pretty much the resume.
Plus Bladesmyth and Zero Ghosts for 24/7.
Those were the first two matches.
Yeah. That's right. Yeah.
The OG of the Bladesmyth gang.
That's right.
Absolutely. Legend.
The Methuselah of it.
Welcome. We're thrilled to have you. So let's talk a little about the project and the genesis of this. First of all, I want to mention to anyone watching that we have our day one special prices and exclusives. So act fast. That's basically 48 hours is your window to take advantage of the best pricing on the Bladesmyth Volume 1. And everybody who backs in the day one gets their name on the forever thank you list on all future 24/7 comics projects. So let's talk a little about the project itself. First of all, let's talk before we get into the specifics of the new campaign. I'd love to discuss a little about what is in the new volume, because it is the first 3 issues that we did our last campaign for a year ago, where we offered as individual issues. They're now compiled into a graphic novel form with 12 new pages. So would you guys chat with me a little about that, how that came about? That was something that came out of our first meeting about this. I think, Chris, you were the one that said that based on the feedback from the Kickstarter backers, you recommended it.
Yeah. I mean, going to a lot of cons and stuff. I'm talking to a lot of people face to face, and like, I get to ask them how they liked Bladesmyth, because they read the first 3 issues, and it was mostly like all positive, and then they just wanted to learn more. And I feel like there's a whole world in Bladesmyth that it's hard to fit into 3 issues, and I think adding these 12 pages, it gives us a little bit more of an opportunity to explore more of who the characters are, and yeah, before we get into like 4, 5, and 6,
Yeah. Linji, Justin. Now, Linji, by the way, will disappear at some point. He has another conflict. You have to run off for a big Hollywood meeting, right? Am I right?
Sure.
Yeah. So okay. So don't be alarmed when Linji drops off.
Yeah,
the rest of us will stay with you. But no, yeah. Linji and Justin, please feel free to if you have anything to add to that.
Yeah, I'll just add, I mean, I think we have something that's very unique with what 24/7 has done, and also with Chris being, the amazing kind of artist out in the field right now. We're getting something very unique, which is we're getting like basically customer feedback, right? Like live as we go. And I think what we've done beautifully is that what Justin, with the birth of the world that he's been building and what we all kind of put together, usually you're always kind of like waiting for something, and if it hits, it hits. If it doesn't, it doesn't. This is the one unique chance of like we're hearing feedback in real time, and also trying to incorporate that. And one of the things is it's not steering the story, it's actually adding more of the flavor to it, no pun intended. It's kind of like we know
more pun intended.
Yeah, more pun intended. We have all the main kind of dishes and everything ready, but I think it's like the presentation and the order of like what these dishes of all these kind of stories are coming, because we already had a lot of these pieces already. It's just more of like, oh, they actually want this earlier. Great, let's bring it up and let's see how we can kind of inject it and make it more flavorful early on, so then it actually puts us in a better position, in that if we thought this was going to be the big kind of cliffhanger like bangers, if we give them up now, then it's like it makes us work harder to give us a better kind of
and take the story further.
Exactly. And so it gives us a bigger opportunity, and I think it's awesome, which is very, very unique, I think, in any medium,
Yeah, and it's something that is also really exciting about Kickstarter. I feel like Kickstarter is an opportunity where the comics community on there are really excited to support independent creators directly.
Right.
And it's that reciprocal nature of it that, based on the feedback we've gotten from them, we're now offering these extra pages. Justin, would you like to add anything to that?
Yeah, I think Linji said it really good. Chris said it really good. I think like the opportunity there is to really deepen the mythology and deepen the emotional lives of the characters. I think that's a welcome opportunity. As we all know, sometimes the transition from film to comics, in a film, you kind of bypass a lot of things because you need the plot to keep moving, right?
Yeah.
But I think in a comic, what's such a great chance is to really dive into what makes some of the characters tick, why certain things are established, and again, the mythology of why these kind of things exist, and going back and just giving it a little bit of a dash on top of what's been already done. So I think it's just a great opportunity. Again, it's really cool.
While we're talking about those characters, we have a question about that, about the character development. Was it spawned by personal experience or tethered from heroes and villains of the past? This is from Stan 54321.
So that's great. I can answer this one. So Stan, everything that I come at stories with is spawned by personal experience. I'm not an assassin, but I do come from a first career of shadier means, to just be very vague about it. You experience these kind of grief and loss on a different level in my verse world, and so really getting you have to call on, similar to how you get to call on Bladesmyths to handle some business. In my old world, you have to call on people to handle some business that are specialists. right? So I just took the heightened version of that and said, what if it was a chef? But I think, yeah, emotionally and philosophically, everything comes from something super personal. And in this regard, just about a simple story about a father going after his son. I think it's really about the generational conflicts between the father and son, and the duties you have as a responsible as a parent to people you love. So that's kind of where it started.
That's the heart of it. I love that. And now, Lindsay, of course, you've been an assassin. Did you want to add anything to that? Bringing that expertise to the table.
I don't like the past tense of the bin, but
yeah, right.
The
right job comes along.
Let's move away from that word.
Yeah, he's not leaving to a meeting at 9:30. He's actually going to handle some business.
Yeah, right. Gotta jellyfish out, like smoke fish out. Like a Chernobyl. But yeah, I mean, to add to that, and what I thought was beautiful about not only the character development, but what I felt really connected to it, and why I brought it to Carl and stuff, and what I thought was very kind of ingenious about the backdrop of the world of a chef and food, and within everything that kind of comes together, is that I'm sure it's very similar with other cultures, but especially in the Korean American or Asian American culture, you can have very, separate lives happening and different emotions coming. But for some reason, the Switzerland was always the kitchen table. Like you could be the craziest son or, the wildest character within the family, but you have a meal together, and there's something beautiful about that. Becomes this kind of connecting form of emotions, of drama, of everything. And that being the backdrop of food, and it just felt like it was a great metaphor for everything that I understood, and so entertaining. Yeah, so that all kind of connected.
I really love that. That's great. All right, and we have more people joining us. Hello. Thanks for coming on. And let's get back to take a look at what we also have on offer with this volume 1. So in addition to 12 new pages, we have new art from Crease. This is the wraparound cover. So for the deluxe edition, we have, and this is also going to be featured in the artist edition, which we'll talk about in a moment. This is the new cover. This is original sketch. And this is the ink version. So this is the front and back of the book, which is the aftermath of something fierce that happened. And here it is with colors. This is a guest colorist because John Calise had to pop in. Will had a conflict, and so the rest of the book is all Will Quintana's colors. But this is, as I said, a guest guy doing it. And here it is, the front and back of the deluxe edition. Do you want to talk any about this image, Crease, and the inspiration for it?
I think after hearing feedback about people wanting to see more food stuff, I thought it was a good opportunity to draw more food, and just I think the core purpose of the book is just food and killing, and jjajangmyeon and jampong, which are the two main dishes of this Chinese Korean restaurant. Those are go-to staple dishes for I guess Korean people, and it's funny because the day I was inking this, I actually had family dinner, and we went to go eat jjajangmyeon and jampong. And so I was drawing this, and I didn't eat the whole day. My stomach was growling because I was referencing pictures online, and then I went to go eat it, got more inspiration, and then took pictures of the food, and then got back home, finished inking it, and then it was perfect timing to go eat it too. So eating it and drawing it and everything, so it worked out. But yeah.
No, you
I love it. I love how smoothly he's exiting, and we've got everybody is dead. The guy in the background here, it looks like he's been killed with a chopstick. Is that right?
That's
the one who's lying on the table back here. That's a
reference to Kiss of the Dragon. If you guys have seen that one.
Oh yeah.
Well, were you looking around? Was your family curious while you were looking around? All dark Like,
During the meal?
Honestly, I started eating without taking pictures of the food, and I was like, oh, like halfway through, I was like, oh shoot, I forgot to take pictures, and then
Yeah.
I was so hungry.
So that's it. That's the deluxe edition. So this has the 3 issues. It has it's remastered edition with not only will it all be polished and edited really nicely. We also have 12 new pages expanding on the history of the characters and the lore. And we have some behind the scenes content. And I have some of that sprinkled throughout this deck, which I can share.
Can I say one extra thing about
stuff. Please.
The cover? Sorry,
yeah, please.
Sorry to interrupt.
No, of course.
One thing also was I wanted Loren to have like a clean white shirt on, because when you go eat this dish, it's always like you always get something on your shirt from the noodles, like slurping on the noodles and stuff. But I thought it would be funny to have like a clean white
Perfectly,
shirt on
yeah.
all the cleaning, so or killing.
He didn't get a drop of blood on him from this bloodbath.
That's why I always wear black when I go eat Jajaman.
Yeah, me too. I've learned from my past, but Loren's a different beast. So
yeah.
So. And he comes from that chef background. Chefs always have white on, which is kind of funny,
Yeah.
It is going to show every stain. So yeah, like I said, we'll talk some more about the behind the scenes materials that we're going to feature as well. But we're going to have some insight into the creation of the series. But here you go. Here's a little glimpse of the story itself. Combining culinary mastery with assassin mastery in one story. And this is a flashback.
Will,
this is with Mina, his mom, right? Who was featured on our thumbnail.
Yes.
And look at that.
Sick.
That is beautiful.
Dude, guys, we're at 2,000 already. So we're 1,000 away from
wow.
Our goal.
From our funding goal.
Whoever's watching right now, please share it and tell a friend, because we're almost there.
That's right. Spread the word. Take advantage of those day one specials. Here's an example. You can see the script page next to the finished product. So we'll have some script insights, some insight from Justin and Lindsay about the writing process, as well as character turnaround sketches, things like that, or character designs from Crease. All right, let's keep going. One of the other things we have to offer for this campaign, exclusive for this Kickstarter campaign, is a variant cover from Dong-Ho Kim. Dong-Ho Kim is a really interesting South Korean illustrator who is known for his sort of fisheye and panoramic and super detailed portraits of city life, of people in busy restaurants and busy street corners and all that. I love his style. Here's some awesome glimpses of his work. It's always kind of fun and kind of humorous. Look at the Spider-Mans through the window there. It was really funny. Carl, do you want to talk any about bringing Dong-Ho Kim on board? You met him at a convention, yes? Oh, Carl stepped away. I'll let him do it when he comes back. In the meantime, here is the cover that he created for us. His original sketch, and you can see this is a nice shot of his desk. There it is.
Yeah, he was such a class act. He said, "Hey, what's your address?" And then he shipped this my way.
Wow, the original? Is that the original?
That's the original, yeah.
Wow, fire!
Hang on, let me get you there. That is beautiful.
A good friend.
Yeah. Oh wow, that's great. That's beautiful.
That's awesome.
It's a bit of surprise.
That's beautiful.
Very, very nice one. But yeah, it's beautiful, hand painted inks. Yeah, this guy's killing it. But yeah, I've been a fan of his for a long time, and he's grown a lot.
Yeah,
he came from the school of Kim Jong-il.
Yeah, Kim Jong-il.
Yeah.
Kim Jong-il.
he's now kind of like the main dude in that kind of camp. So whenever I go to him, he's always down to turn something around for us. So
is that a Korean school of illustration you're talking about, Carl?
Yeah.
No, there's like a master illustrator, artist who passed away recently, named Kim Jung-gi, and he has a crew named Super Annie, and he's one of the main kind of like elite artists within that crew, and like now he's kind of the spearheading the team now, so it's awesome.
Oh, that's really cool.
Incredible honor that he did this. Very incredible.
Yeah, and he killed it. So this is what it looks like. We decided with so much detail that it should be a trade dress free cover. So that's it. It's awesome. Just like the one the original that Carl showcased for us. So yeah, it's
incredible honor.
Really awesome that we have him. A part of this. So let's keep going because we also have the artist edition. So all of the versions have that 20 pages or so of behind-the-scenes insight. You can see the thumbnail sketches, character designs, and all that. But with the artist edition, we wanted to take it a step further and really give you the full glimpse of Kreese's process. So this has the entire original line art version of the comic, as well as everything that comes in deluxe edition. So you can see in the picture that it's thicker. We this has everything in the deluxe edition, but then it also has the entire series original line art. Excuse me. Do you want to talk any about what we can expect in that, Kreese?
You're going to be missing Will's amazing colors. You'll see more of my mistakes. I don't know. So it's awesome though. I know people really like to see the black and white process, and
yeah.
And I know like the usually in like comics, the text balloons cover up, a portion of the art that, it could be covering up something cool. So you might be able to see that. And yeah, thank you for, giving me an extra book with just my art.
Well, I think people love to learn more about the process, and artist edition is one name for it. There's one of the comics that I have. They did something called the process edition that had all that stuff in it, and I think that there's something really nice. But keep in mind, for those of you who would lament losing Will's colors, they'll be in there too. This has everything. It has everything in the deluxe edition plus the original line art, so you won't be missing anything. So let me showcase here. This here's a little bit of what you'll be able to find in all of the editions, because this is just an example of Kreese's character designs. And kind of like I said, all part of that behind the scenes material, thumbnail sketches, original sketches and stuff. But then what
Francis, we're going to add one thing before I head out.
Of course. Yeah.
One of the beautiful things also I just wanted to shout out before I head out on this edition and stuff is, this world was, started from Justin, and I helped along as a co-writer on this, but ultimately as well, Kreese is also co-creator on this. I think what you're going to see is his process as a co-creator visually, right? Like what we brought was on the words, and we can only see so much with the mind's eye, and what you're seeing in that process is also a creator's work on a visual standpoint. So I think if you love seeing that and want to be part of that, that's a different kind of thing than just seeing behind the scenes. I think what you're also seeing is him being a co-creator along with us in creating this world and building it. So that's kind of what that, I think that issue and that kind of that addition will do for you. So I think that's a really cool thing on that. But
that's a really great point. Yeah, it's comics is sort of the perfect combination of storytelling and visual storytelling. It's
right.
And Kreese as a co-creator in what you were seeing here. Thank you so much for that, Linji. So you're gonna go now.
Yeah.
And,
thanks, guys.
Thanks for joining us today.
Support.
Thanks, bro.
Yeah, of course.
Absolutely. And here's an example of what it looks like with the original line art. So yes, when you subtract Will's colors, and when you subtract all the balloons and everything, you can just look at it for the original art that Chris created. So that's what we have. Here's another example. I love this side by side. You can see the original thumbnail sketch, and then this final shot of Mina exiting the similar bloodbath to what we have on the cover. That's great.
Thank you.
So that's it. That's the. We also have a bundle where you can, if you don't want to choose, get all three. So you absolutely don't have to pick if they all sound great to you, and you want to get both the original wraparound cover and the amazing art that Dong Ho Kim did, plus the full artist edition. Go ahead and order the bundle, and all these rewards are priced specially for our day one exclusives. Act fast to take advantage of that. All right. And then in terms of the other rewards that we have available, we have a very limited number of original commissions from Crease. So we have 9 of these. These are sketch cards. They're going to be 5.5 inches by 8.5 inches. Is that right, Crease?
Mm-hmm.
You want to talk a little about what these come? They'll also come with a copy of the artist edition.
Yeah, it's just an opportunity to get like a smaller sized original piece of art of any character of your choice. Mostly comic or game characters, preferably, but yeah.
Or a character from Bladesmyth. You can, of course,
Bladesmyth characters, yeah.
Choose someone from the story as well. And then we have 11 by 17 cover quality commissions. We only have 3 of those, or we had at the launch, but I think we may now only have 2 left. So if you want to get a cover quality commission from Crease, who's an extremely busy artist, so this is a rare opportunity, please hop in and grab it before it goes.
Man, that's dope. Did you do a wash in the background of that, Crease?
Yeah.
Nice. And then what you do for the highlights, is that like an acrylic?
The highlights on Spider-Man, it was more
the rain and the webbing.
The webbing was acrylic paint pen.
Oh yeah. Super thin. No, that's dope.
Yeah.
That's beautiful.
Thank you. Thank you.
And here's some more examples of his full 11 by 17 cover quality commission art.
The magic was
Cat villain.
What's up?
Is that Mum Ra?
Yeah. I did it.
Oh shit, that's so dope. Holy shit, I love that.
Thanks. And the magic was actually a commission from last Kickstarter. Kind of went.
Oh, is that right?
That's cool.
Oh, that's great.
Killed magic in the freaking Dino world. Is she from Savage Land, or is it?
So it was a Savage Land magic. So I kind of just made it up, but
that's cool.
Yeah. I thought that was Evangeline for a second, but then the sword's too big.
Oh yeah.
Giant ass sword. But yeah, that's kind of cool. Little raptor, baby raptors.
Yeah, hanging out with 2 raptors.
Point all out.
Yeah,
that's great. All right. So and that's it. That's what we have available for the campaign. It's now officially live. Let's go ahead and check back in to see where we are at.
Nice. 1,000 away, I think.
Yeah. There's a few steps I've got to do for StreamYard to let me share. So thanks for your patience there. Oh, wow. Excellent.
Favorite commission, Crease, during Heroes Con?
Favorite commission?
Yeah. Anything high?
I drew on the magic card. There's a card called Gray Merchant of something, and his nickname is Gary. And then Gary. I drew a Gary.
Oh, that's so interesting. Here, hang on. Hold it up for a second. I'm going to switch screens so we can see it better. Boom.
Anything
So
like
this was something he wanted you to draw on the magic card.
Yeah, because
Right.
the week before there's another card called Steve or Sakura Tribe Elder, and then I drew a Steve on it and Steve Army. And so they saw this, and then they wanted a Gary on the other one, and then
Dude, that's hilarious.
so that was like the
Really
most
great.
fun. But
You got hit up by Magic yet to do any art?
not yet.
Not yet. Come on.
I've been so busy. I don't want to take more work right now and then have to put Bladesmyth on hold, you know?
Yeah.
Keep going,
We gotta
keep going.
look at the new pages.
We're back on. We're back on.
Maybe Carl would be okay if I started working on magic stuff. Put Bladesmyth on hold.
Yeah, Bladesmyth. But the new set is pretty hot, man. The whole Marvel hero, the hero set. But,
I wish I worked on that one though.
Oh my god, Marvel superhero is crazy. Man, 26 backers now. Wow,
26
thank you.
backers. We're
That's
off
awesome.
and running. Thank you so much to the 26 backers who've got us off to an amazing start. Thank you, California Comics, for reposting this stream. Yeah, this is great. So yeah, now's the time to jump in and take advantage of those day one prices. That this is the best price you're going to get for all of these rewards. So act fast. Other than that, let's go ahead and say any closing words we have for this live stream, and then we'll be reachable. Carl, go ahead and give us that email address once again. Now that we have a way to contact 24/7.
It's just letters. Yeah, letters at 247comics.com.
Awesome. Yeah, reach out. And otherwise, let's go ahead and say our parting words. Justin, is there anything else you want to say to the Bladesmyth backers from the original and the new campaign?
Yeah, I think what's so cool about seeing the new covers is it gets a very very primal response, because again, my stepfather has a noodle shop. I didn't mention that in the personal backstory section, but he has a noodle shop, Land Noodle, now. But like he had a couple restaurants way back when. And I just remember coming up in the kitchen and having to. It's mainly it's mainly the posture that Kreese had of Loren, and then Dong Ho Kim, the feeling of the chicken and the food coming out the pot. Like, so one of the things I had to do, and this reminded me of, is that there's a giant ass pot you have to make for Chinese Asian herbal soup, and you have to put a ton of stuff in it, and it has to be very precise. It's a giant cauldron basically, and so you have to put in all the chicken pieces and all the herbs and stuff, and then you have to make sure it's stirred right. And it's just interesting because seeing all those covers just reminded me of that feeling of making sure the herb was right, because the soup is the key to a lot of things, right? And so I just love seeing that feeling, because I feel like both illustrators really captured the feeling of food popping off the page, and Kreese has become a master of that. So I just think like more of that to everybody's point, more cooking along with and it's really been captured on the next level. So it's been super dope.
Absolutely. Kreese, would you like to chime in there?
I don't know how I can say anything better, but just excited for us to have this project live again. And, you know, I'm excited to explore the story, like as everybody else is exploring the story too. Because, you know, I'm reading the script and it's all new to me. So, you know, I'm learning as I'm drawing it. And so, yeah, just very excited for the project.
Do you feel like you, Justin, I know as the writer, do you feel like you're discovering it in that same way as you go? I know that this was a source material that's been around a long time.
You know, what's so interesting about this whole process is that, and Lindsay has said, is like seeing the visual. Comics is a visual medium, right? Writing is important, but it's not as important in my regard. Coming up on the Image comics that I used to read and all that stuff, like the image is king in comics. And I think, again, having Kreese as a co-creator especially gives him ownership over it. Like, you see certain things really come to life and really pop, story-wise, not just image-wise. And I think that's the telling difference between just a manuscript about a sad film writer who thinks Sylvester Stallone's going to star in his movie or Vin Diesel do his movie, and nothing happens. And then here where you have the illustrator who's basically like a director and giving ownership to create images, and it's just been it's a jump and farther than anything I could have thought for Bladesmyth. So it's just really cool to see it keep going and gaining legs and diving into the story and the food and stuff like that.
Oh, it's thrilling. And of course, I should mention the story is not over. This is the first 3 issues. We have more coming. Issue 4 will be coming shortly as well. So keep an eye. Let me bring Kreese back to the stage. I just want to show a really nice comment someone just dropped, having met you at Fan Fusion. Thank you, all things ALC.
Thank you.
And thank you so much for backing the campaign. All right. And Will, would you like to share any last thoughts before we sign off?
Yeah, absolutely. Bladesmyth stands out from other books in the industry because it's not a superhero world. It's grounded. It's a world of assassins, people that take average skill and hone it into above average skill. So it's about I liken it to the fact that they use the cutlery as weaponry. It's the same as like slaughtering the animals that have to go on the plates, that go on the table to feed everyone and stuff like that. So it's like they have to have that knowledge, that skill set at what joint to slice to kind of make an arm completely disabled and stuff like that. And so it's a unique story, and it's about food and getting together as well. So it's an interesting sort of dichotomy in that way.
Absolutely.
It's getting people together and then taking them apart.
That's definitely going to change my perspective next time I'm at Ralph's in the deli section. What did it take to become that guy? Thank you so much, Will.
That guy's leg, what would that sell for?
That's right.
As a ham hock.
Awesome. And Carl, would you like to share any last thoughts?
I do. I just saw The Furious over the weekend, and I think the whole action world is in right now. There were a few knife fighting scenes in there that I thought was kind of cool, but it's usually just one guy having a knife, right? But can you imagine the world of Bladesmyth expanding when there are multiple skilled fighters who are also chefs? And I think the food element is a huge piece for us, because a lot of times when you go watch superhero movies, you love the costume, you love the set designs. And I think we have something that complements a very grounded world, where when we walk into a restaurant, these days, I mean, there are in Alhambra, there's some immersive design Hong Kong spots, cafes these days that brings you back to the streets of Hong Kong. So I think there's this endless backdrops that Bladesmyth can happen. And I think hopefully the guys will have some of those kind of laid out for us going into 4 through 6. But in the meantime, for you guys who are exposed to it even before and has backed us, we thank you very much. Anyone who's new eyes to this is the time to catch up. So thank you for advance for backing us, and feels like we're getting some good momentum already. And I really appreciate these guys for everything they put into this, and as partners of this, we're excited to continue telling the story.
Yes, I like what you said about that too. Food is a window into different worlds, and I think that this story really highlights that. I want to just feature this comment from Beskar Batman, who met Carl and Kreese in person. And thank you so much. Thank you for backing the project. And I will go ahead and share our screen one last time to show where we're at. Right now, with 27 backers, we are closing in on our funding goal. Thank you so much to everybody who's backed the campaign. And thank you to everybody who's watching and commenting our live stream today. We will be here, so basically the first 48 hours is your chance to take advantage of these day one specials. So act fast and come visit, check out our rewards. Any last, I'm going to go ahead and share our email address one last time. And if you want to comment or ask us any questions, whatever, that's the place to reach us.
Yeah.
Other than that, I'll go ahead and sign off.
Write us about Bladesmyth. If you've read it before, you have any feedback, what you're excited about. Bladesmyth is coming to local comic book shops next year. And so it's lined up next summer. And so you'll start hearing about it. But we look forward to publishing some of your letters in these books. So please write us. We would love to hear from you and put your name in our books.
Absolutely. And thank you to everybody. The Kickstarter backers are the ones that make these series possible and create that path where then, with Bladesmyth, with other titles from 24/7 Comics that are going to be in the comic book stores, they also originated with Kickstarter. So thank you so much to everybody who supports and makes these series possible. And thank you so much for joining us. Thank you to the creators. And Carl, we'll go ahead and sign off. So guys, stay on.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you so much. Creators, you guys stay here once I end the stream. Otherwise, folks, we'll see you next time.
Thank you, guys.
Thanks, everyone.